Families living in financial fear in January. We first introduced you to a family struggling to make ends meet.
A couple of months later, the COVID-19 pandemic would make living paycheck to paycheck a reality for thousands who live in Palm Beach County. WPTV News Channel 5's Sabirah Rayford spoke to the agency on the front lines of this crisis.
For the Fusco kids, play days are the best days.
Car super speedo.
The 6- and 4-year-old siblings don't hesitate to make a little noise. And for their mother, Carmen Fusco, this sound is music to her ears.
My first month and second month, I was just waking up like in the middle of the night, like, thank you, God, we're not in the park.
We first introduced you to Carmen back in January when she had just gotten into the adoptive family program and was living in a shelter.
What was your lowest point?
When I was sleeping in the park with Kyle and Jacob.
A couple of months later, Carmen began working 2 jobs, and with help from the adoptive family organization, she was able to get her own apartment in Lake Worth Beach.
I was like, okay, we can make it. We're actually going somewhere.
Then the COVID-19 pandemic got worse.
There's a 2-hour, 3-hour layover for every train, for every bus.
And just this week, Carmen says she was laid off from both jobs.
Since that day forward, I've been constantly on the hunt looking for more work.
Once COVID hit, we started to see a big need for homeless prevention.
The CEO of Adoptive Family, Matt Constantine, says since March 1st, they've received a little more than 2,000 phone calls from families in need of homeless prevention. He says they are serving close to twice as many families compared to 2019 and have provided rental assistance to 112 families.
Now it's really become almost like triage. We're really trying to put out the fires that are in front of us and really be there for the community.
When we first spoke with Constantine in January, he told us all 130 of their units were full with a long waiting list. That's still the case. However, now they're adding 14 new units of affordable housing to the mix.
We celebrate 14 new units. That's a huge victory.
Constantine says as the COVID-19 crisis continues, for every victorious moment, there are still severe challenges.
That despite every family's best efforts, bad things have happened. We've lost, folks that are part of the families that we serve have passed away. We've watched as so many of the families that have worked their entire lives have lost their jobs and had to pick up the phone and call us, and they're not accustomed to this. The piece I think that always sticks with me is despite someone's best efforts and everything they're doing, and they're doing the best that they can do, that through no fault of their own, that so many folks are ending up in this sort of hole.
Reporting in Lake Worth Beach, Sabirah Rayford, WPTV News Channel 5.